Jane, she's having the time ever. She's been crying because she's devastated about it all. Just all the saying that she's smacked Kaggy, which she shouldn't have said. We can't stand the politics, can't stand after the people there. We're going to just do our own thing. We're going to cook ourselves, catch ourselves. If we don't catch anything, we don't eat, we're not asked. So we're off on our own. We're going rogue.
Don't need it, Mum.
No, I've never known anything like it.
Don't need it, bro.
With the group running on empty, Jagger wants everyone to focus on their basic survival needs.
So who was on fire today, then?
I quite like to do a fire. I quite fancy having a go at fishing.
All right, what's happening with the tarpaulin? My personal preference would be it'd be foolish to take it down. We got given the tarp when we were at our absolute lowest. We've now got over that. We've got over it. So why don't we try and get back to basics? Now that the weather's turned, let's go back to basics.
Right, the tarp should stay, should stay, should stay.
That tarp comes down, I'm not going to put any effort into making another shelter. Not 1 ounce of effort.
No, I'm not neither.
Thank you. And there's 2 people there that you need to make a shelter.
We were the most hardcore group because of what we've been through, and now we're going to be looked at as in, oh, yeah, you got that far, but now you're doing nothing. Yeah. Let's get back to being the most hardcore group.
Pride, guys. The only reason why you don't want the tarp is because you don't want to look like a
No! I want this to be harder.
Well, I don't want it to be harder. I think it's been hard enough so far.
I'm happy to be here.
Yes, but that doesn't detract that other people don't want to be here. Do you know what I mean?
If you don't want to be here, why don't you go
Kaggy,
home?
man, Kaggy!
Yeah, but go home if you don't like it.
Kaggy, don't start a me down, because I will. I'll f***ing slap you, and I mean it.
Hang on, that's not how we talk to people. That's not, no.
She's been
No,
moralistic.
listen, we don't... Jane, stop for a second.
Right.
This has gone totally out of hand.
Let's not all throw our toys out the pram. Let's not fracture the group. Look, we're a team, yeah? We're a big team here. Let's not start moving away from that.
Jane threatened to slap me in the face. Who does that? I mean, come on. Really? She gives all that, and I think she doesn't like it when someone sticks up for themselves.
I don't want to put myself through that again. And it's days like the day that I think, what is the point? What is the point?
Just get through it.
And in a way, all this is doing for me is pointing out that I'm a bad-tempered, moody
I do really feel that the group's splitting again with the people that wanted to leave and didn't.
Jane, she's having the time ever. She's been crying because she's devastated about it all. Just all the saying that she's smacked Kaggy, which she shouldn't have said. We can't stand the politics, can't stand after the people there. We're going to just do our own thing. We're going to cook ourselves, catch ourselves. If we don't catch anything, we don't eat, we're not asked. So we're off on our own. We're going rogue.
Don't need it, Mum.
No, I've never known anything like it.
Don't need it, bro.
So you're going off on your own, you two?
We're not part of your camp anymore. It's the Jane and Karen camp. We don't want to be involved in all your arguing, all your crap. So we're going to see to ourselves.
Karen, Jane, they're so immature. Like, for 50-year-old women, it's just like, what are you doing?
After the stress of the past week, truth is there's still storm clouds hanging over that island. The group is actually more fractured than it's ever been. But they can't afford to fall out. When you're on that brink of starvation and a survival group fractures, that's when lives are put at risk.
What's happening?
This is the miserable camp. You're not a miserable man, you're the commandant.
Yeah, you can't join us, Jags.
Setting up a new camp at the other end of the beach, Jane and Karen will have to fend for themselves, finding their own food, shelter and water.
Let's not cut our noses off despite our phase. We said we're going to see this through to the end together.
How are they going to go through it? Food,
They don't give a They don't give a
It's playground stuff almost, this.
Yeah.
It's like playground stuff.
So this is the new splinter camp.
We're the outcasts of the community.
Jane and Karen going away on their own, I think, is a massive, massive amount of attention seeking. And moaning, get a grip of yourself.
We don't like it here, do we?
No, we don't like it here.
I don't know what the future's going to hold for the next 9 days.
It's the worst group dynamics I've ever been in.
All hell could break loose.
We're the crew.
We're the crew.
We're the 50 crew.
50 grumpy women crew.
Bad night's sleep.
Things I do for you. Ugh.
After an uncomfortable night in their makeshift camp, Jane and Karen are dehydrated and hungry. They have no choice but to go it alone.
I feel tired. I feel weak. We've had nothing this morning. We've had a sip of coconut water. I don't know how long we can possibly keep going without food. It's too much, you know, and you want to go back, you know, just say it. You don't think you've got to bloody damage yourself, you know.
Isolated from the rest of the group, Jane and Karen urgently need to find food, and they face a long trek to the fishing ground in the 35-degree heat.
It's really hurting.
It's the jarring, you know. Are we nearly there?
Not really.
Oh. I just want to vomit.
After 2 hours of trekking, the intense heat and treacherous rocks have got the better of Jane and Karen. They decide to return to their camp empty-handed.
Oh, for f***'s sake. I'll just sit here.
I knew it was going to be hard, and I thought it was going to be an adventure, but it's just the emotional.
I'm totally opposite. I can cope with the emotional.
No.
The mental thing, it's the physical thing that I've struggled with.
Oh, well then, chicken. Get over these. Just go back.
Come on, then.
In order to survive in an environment as harsh as this, you can't do it on your own. You gotta know your physical limits, ask for help when you need it, because a group that works together is way more successful.
Oh, dear God.
Being out in the blazing sun has taken its toll on Jane, who's now suffering from heat exhaustion.
Oh, dizzy. Sweating.
Maybe a little bit of heat stroke.
I feel 150. I don't feel 50.
Should we just pour it slowly over your head?
Oh.
You all right?
I think we need to wait a little bit before we get back to the sipping stage.
Oh, savage.
Maybe I am bad-tempered, maybe I'm moody. Not making excuses for what I am. I am what I am. I should apologise to Kaggy if I said I was going to slap her, because I was never going to slap her. It's just the words that come out my mouth without thinking, and I should think a bit more before I say things, maybe. I mean, to me, I would love to go back to the old camp. I cannot do this. How you doing, darling?
I'm getting there.
Having decided to rejoin the group, Jane wants to make amends.
I hate disharmony. I hate disharmony. I want it to be over. I want it all finished. I'm really sorry. I apologise for any way that I've spoke to you.
Thanks, Jane. Love you.
Lying.